What's up, guys? It's been a while since my last video. I apologize about that. I don't really have a reason why. I do. I haven't really gotten anything worth talking about. You know, I haven't really had any repairs going. It's kind of slow. So, you know, I just sort of been laying on down low. But I've been doing all right. You know, if anyone cares. So I picked up 3 pretty cool things that I think it's worth making a video over. So here it goes. First thing I picked up, actually, I always do this, but before I get into what I picked up, if you check out my channel, you'll see that there's a section now YouTube gave us that you can suggest, you know, other people's channels that you want people to check out. So I plugged a lot of people that my favorite 13 or whatever it is, friends of mine that have really kick-ass channels, and you know, if you want, check them out, check out their channel if you don't already know them, because you know, it's all about YouTube. It's all about, you know, kind of everyone being together as a group and watching videos and, you know, commenting and all that good stuff. So, if you don't know any of some of the people that are on my suggestion section of my profile, check them out. If you like them, subscribe, because you know, I'm sure someone added me because my subscribers boosted by a good amount lately. So I have a feeling someone has me on their page, and if you're that person, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Moving on. I picked up this right here. It's a Dreamcast. Now, yes, I already have 2 Dreamcasts, but this one is special. This one is special because my flea market friend that I do repairs for, he gave it to me. He said, you know, hey, it's not reading discs. Take a look at it. Can you fix it? I said, yeah, I'll fix it. Let me take a look at it. Got it home. I started unscrewing the very first bolt. And then I saw this tag right here. And on this tag, down here, it says NTSC-J. So this is a Japanese Dreamcast that I found through the flea market friend that I do repairs for. He said, do you want it? I'm not going to be able to sell it. No one really buys Japanese Dreamcasts at the flea markets. You know, I can't sell it with American games. I can't even test it. Do you want it for free? I said, yes, I want it. Please give it to me. I would love to have it. So he hooked me up with this. So now I can get into the Japanese Dreamcast titles that I've been dying to get into. You know, I'm going to start getting a really kick-ass Dreamcast library thanks to this right here with all the imports that I've been dying to get. Yes, I can play imports on my regular Dreamcast, but you know, it requires a boot disc and all that shit, and it's just annoying that you just put it in, it plays, it's great. I tested it, it works. Second thing, this is amazing. Dying to show you this. I got this for $75. A PS3 Slim, boxed. There's only one little mark right there. Other than that, this thing is mint. Came complete with the packaging, the hookups, the system. It's missing the manual and a controller. Let me show you the system. Here's the PS3 Slim, mint condition. The only thing I can notice right off the bat while looking at it in the light is on the sides here where it's supposed to be, you know, nice and shiny. It's got some surface scratches, most likely from using like a rough cloth or something to clean it. Similar to like having a black car and, you know, scrubbing it, you get those swirl marks. So it's got a little swirl marks. Other than that, this thing's completely mint. 75 bucks. There obviously is a catch. The catch is it doesn't read discs. But that's not even a big deal, because 9 times out of 10 I have a Sony PlayStation 1, 2, now 3, and it doesn't read discs, and I fix it, so I'm not too concerned. I priced the lasers because that's what I think is wrong with it, because you put a disc in and it doesn't read it. So they're like 45 bucks, so a total of $120. I'll have a mint complete PS3 Slim to do with it what I please, whether I keep it or I sell it on eBay, make a little bit of a profit, you know, whatever. But I'm pretty sure I could fix it, and if not, it's alright, because it turns on, it goes on the internet. You can download games, you could buy the downloadable games, you know, you could browse the internet, you could talk to your friends. It does all that stuff, it just doesn't read discs, and I really think I could fix it or I wouldn't have bought it. But 75 bucks, can't go wrong. Now the final thing, the most important thing of this video. As you know, if you watch my channel, I picked up the Vega Jr. Supergun. Supergun lets you play arcade boards on your television, bottom line. So I picked up this right here, which is X-Men vs. Street Fighter CPS2 full A and B board. Now this thing is a JAMA, runs off JAMA. I'll kind of break down how this works. First of all, it's 2 pieces. Okay, this board right here which has the JAMA connector, which you probably can't see because I'm not really in the right light. Yeah, right there. That's the JAMA connector. So this is the A board, okay? Now, the A board is what hooks up to JAMA. The B board is the actual game. Now, the A board, you can have just one, and you can buy just strictly B board games like X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Street Fighter, Mega Man, all that kind of stuff. And you could simply just use the top piece, which is the B board, and plug it into your one A board. So you only need one of these, and you need one of these for each game you want. Now, as you can see, this is blue. They make different colors for different regions, okay? I'm going to try to break this down. The A board, which is the JAMA connector, says USA. They make different kinds of A boards. They make USA, Japanese, Asia, South America, and yellow, which is like the rental version. I'm not really too familiar with that. But anyway, so this is a USA board, and blue is a USA game. So simply you get USA and USA, you put them together, it'll work. Now the green board, which is Japan, will also work with a USA A board. So you can interchange USA and Japanese any way you want, it'll work. The Asia board, which is gray, will only work with an Asia A board. So basically what I'm trying to say is, if you're going to get a CPS2 setup, you either want to strictly stick with blue or green, because that way you can interchange everything. Kind of confusing. If you still don't understand, I would suggest looking it up on cps2shock.com. It's a great site for any of your CPS2 needs. Now this whole thing is considered a CPS2 unit. They make a CPS1 and a CPS3 depending on the game library. But CPS2 is probably my favorite, the most reliable and probably the best library of games. That's basically all my pickups. Now I wanted to kind of hook this up if we have time and my battery doesn't die like it always does, and kind of show you how this thing works here. It's one thing to note is it's very loud. It's got a built-in fan similar to a you can't really see it, but there's a built-in fan here that's similar to like a PC fan, so it's very loud. But let's get this thing hooked up and show you how it works. So here's my super gun. We got the JAMA connector coming off of the super gun here, and this is the kick harness, which is right here, which attaches to the CPS2 to give you the extra kick buttons. So I'm just going to put the camera down and wire this up and show you how this works here. It's going to be a little wobbly. Just give me a minute here. I'll just hold the camera. Be easier. Alright, so I got the JAMA harness hooked up, the kick harness hooked up, run into the super gun. Now as you can see right there, there's also red and white audio, so you could run this directly out of here to your surround sound or your television, but I don't have the cables right now near me, and it's just for example purposes, I'll just run it through the JAMA. So that's basically it right there. It's all hooked up. Just flip the switch. It's very loud, as you can hear. And now I got the actual X-Men vs. Street Fighter arcade game running on my television through the super gun. Let's just try to get. So it's pretty good quality, running out of composite. They do make an S-video adapter, but I can't find it for this old ass super gun. I'd have to build it custom, and it's gonna be tough. So I'm not gonna be able to play with one hand, but just wanted to show you that it works and everything. But let me just mute it for a second so you can hear how loud it is. So it is pretty loud, but it's as real as you're gonna get to playing this game, which is great. So that's it for me. Just wanted to show you, my new pickups. Thanks for watching, guys.